It's the NFL on EA Sports, and our focus is on Romeo Doubs. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Packers and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 67 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. In motion left goes Watson. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 13 yards, first down Packers. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect?
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Bears offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Lloyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Love. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Here's Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. The Packers ready to take over offensively. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play fake. Here's Love. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this Bears defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13. Down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Now a 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Love now. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To the air, Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Throwing is Williams. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Here's Swift. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. And his throw is incomplete. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have cut the lead back down to 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Going back to Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On play action. Love to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Love from the gun on 3rd down. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side will play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Well, the Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Love from the gun. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, here's Swift. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 9. To throw, Williams. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Now a give to Jacobs running right. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's now 14-11. They lead it by 3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that flag accepted.
Still second down.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball start. Offense.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Love. He's got his man. That's Kraft. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. To throw now. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. In motion left, that's Reed. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
He finds his big tight end. That's Kraft. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Love now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On second and goal, Love. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up third and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To the air, Williams. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Off the play fake, Love. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Grady Jarrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Jervon Dexter able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Throwing is Williams. Throw right side taken in by Odunze. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. 3rd and 2. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Devontae Wyatt able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he's been the focal point of this offense. And when you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably add that the offensive line play has also been stellar. And that's definitely been the case here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Watson making the catch.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep him from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave him, and it was successful. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Gets this to Moore. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw once more, here's Williams. Connects with Duvernay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Open man down the field. That's a Dunze. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Bears, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.